Hey, what's going on, everybody? VHS Tacos is back. Thursday, late. You already know why we're here because you saw the title of the video. We just got out of Death on the Nile in Dolby. First new movie of the year.
Can't believe it.
Could have been Morbius. Sony said no. There's a pandemic, so we're going to put Uncharted
Sony
out.
does what Sony wants to do.
Sony doesn't know what they're doing. We're here for Death on the Nile, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe was one of those movies that was done at Fox, but then caught up in the whole merger, and then it was supposed to be out a couple years ago, and then got delayed because of the pandemic, and then got delayed again.
How long has it been since the first one?
First one was like what, 2018?
Oh, really?
2017?
Okay.
I don't know.
It's been some time.
Maybe 2016. It's been a few years. The good news is that it hasn't lost any of its momentum. It hasn't lost any of its sheen, and we'll get to that in a minute. To give you a bit of a brief plot breakdown, Death on the Nile, it's in the title.
It's Death on the Nile.
Kenneth Branagh is back as Poirot. He gets roped into yet another murder case, but this one is structured very differently. We actually don't get to the murder until I'd probably say 30, maybe 40 minutes into the movie. Instead, the movie establishes itself as a love story, first and foremost. Yeah. But it's not just a love story between any one set of characters. I mean, the whole theme of this thing is love. I mean, really delaying this movie into February, everybody kind of thought that was like the final nail in the coffin. Brilliant, actually, especially being the weekend before. I mean, this is a very...
Oh, girl, I didn't even...
just putting the obvious together, two and two.
That.
The movie plays out, and if you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, well, why should I see this? You know, it's just a different person getting murdered. It's probably going to play out similar to Murder on the Orient Express. You know, I got to give credit to Kenneth Branagh and any director that can successfully take one place, one location, and then make it engaging and fun and unique and fascinating at all times. And obviously the first one was a train. This one is a boat. Of course, in the first 30, 40 minutes, we are kind of, a little bit all over the place in Egypt and whatnot and such. But then once we get to the boat, we're pretty much stuck there on the boat. Yeah. And it's not like, the train either, where you have multiple compartments in different places and the train stops.
It's probably smaller.
It's more cramped.
Yeah.
For sure. But he handles it so well. There's never really a dull... I can't even say that. There is never a dull moment. And that's not even an exaggeration. Everything is there's always something interesting going on. But then that is also, of course, in part to Kenneth Branagh's fantastic direction. Not to get, too technical with things. The first bit of the movie is a flashback to World War I, where, we can see a little bit of Poirot back in the war. And it opens up with a beautiful one-shot single take, and it's all shot in black and white, and it's a bit of a cold open because you're...
Is it really?
Yeah, are you serious?
I know people watching are probably like looking at my face because I'm just like... I mean, I remember it, but I'm like, what did that have to do with the movie?
See, and that's the thing. So it's a bit of a cold open, but the cold open definitely ties into the very, very cold kind of final ending that they have as well. True. And then it also kind of dips into the themes and at least into Poirot's motivations throughout the entire movie. And of course, if anybody has ever heard me talk about Murder on the Orient Express, I just gush and I rave and I just adore that single take that he has when we're first introduced to the train and all of its passengers.
Yeah,
as we're going back and forth and we're meeting each and every individual single person.
And you can just see their personalities.
Exactly.
Also in their poses and kind of just like their
not even necessarily long conversations. It's just enough to really kind of get a feel for who they are. He went and he topped himself here with the boat. We have a very similar, yet still creatively different approach to that single take. And it's, oh my goodness, it's great. It is a great movie.
It is a good
writing is great. It is pumped up by a great cast. Yeah, we're not going to go into any of, the controversy surrounding some of the actual actors in real life and everything like that. We're going to focus strictly on their performances in the movie. I mean, for me, the standouts, I like Gal. Okay, I think
she plays the same person and the same character in everything she
Gal
does. She has no depth.
Gal is a better actress than the shit that they've been giving her. It's great to see her in something like this, where she is more vulnerable. Where she's actually able to have emotions and react to situations. I have a couple more standouts. It's a shame that he's an in real life because Armie Hammer is really, really good in this. It's, you know, just seeing, you're not sure if there's menace behind those eyes or if it's actual love and compassion behind those eyes. And he's able to kind of switch things on and off. I love the Lone Ranger. It's a shame that he is who he is because we'll never get another one. I never thought I'd say this in my lifetime. Russell Brand, he wasn't bad. He didn't have much to say or do.
Good.
The guy cleaned up really well, and
he
looks really good. I mean,
really
good for
nice.
him. I got to give him credit. You know, I mean, get into the Greek and forgetting Sarah Marshall. Those days are long gone and years behind us. And he's, you know, looks like he's actually trying to act now. And
I mean, not that he like had really.
It wasn't anything crazy dramatic or over the top.
That's
you know.
one thing I was telling Mr. Taco is like what I really liked about these characters is some of them didn't have to say much. Mm-hmm. Like just from their I don't even know like their quirks or looks and like they were able they were able to portray the kind of character that they needed to with just those things. Like the one her cousin, whatever, Gal's cousin, he to me was a great standout because like he really didn't say much, but just the shifty looks just made you like so curious about like what is he hiding? Classic
murder mystery, subterfuge, red herring. You know, he did good though. And then two more standouts for me, and they're kind of
that's the whole cast.
No, some you know it's like half. They're tied for me, and his name is slipping me at the moment, but it's the character Book, who was in the first one, which is Poirot's friend.
He's so cool.
They toned him down a little bit. There's not as much self-aware humor. And then, of course, the biggest standout is Kenneth Branagh as Poirot. Because just when you think, you know, you've seen all there is in the first movie, because there was a lot of layers to him in the first one. There's so much more to him here. The standout moment for me is at the end of the movie when, you know, he's accusing the people of you know, being killed and everything like that. Well, Book, he catches a bullet in the neck, which it comes out of nowhere. It makes you jump.
So
and
sad.
It is. You actually feel because he's such a good character.
You know, I can't say in that scene... I really didn't think Armie Hammer had anything to do with it. Like, I really believed his shock.
You see what I mean?
But then I noticed the camera kind of like, it had the one moment of his face where he's like, and then it didn't look at him anymore. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Right, you know? Classic. But,
no, really everybody did really, really well. Yeah. Oh my God, what is her name? Oh my God.
Well,
Letitia?
Before she goes any further. Anyway, the moment is Kenneth Branagh. He's doing the accused thing and everything. And he's going over each of the people that was murdered. Because, you know, it's not just one person. Now we have multiple.
There's
and
multiple people.
He can't even say the name Book. He can't even say. He stops. The music stops. And his eyes are just welling up with tears. And you can see him fight it back.
And
I'm
you're
like,
just focusing on the moment.
And I'm like, just give this man an Oscar for this. I mean, I know he's, you know, nominated for other stuff this year. But give Kenneth Branagh the best actor for this. He can share it with Denzel for Macbeth. Let's make it happen.
I don't think this movie came out in enough time.
It sure did. One thing that might take you out a little bit, there's one minor complaint here. And this, like I mentioned earlier, probably had something to do a little bit with the merger. This movie seemed like it may have been caught in limbo, and they weren't sure if they were going to get enough financing to finish it or whatever. In the beginning, there was a little bit of wonkiness with some of the blue screen and the green screen. And the lighting. It doesn't seem like it had enough time to fine-tune it and finish it.
No,
Fortunately,
it didn't, because that pyramid scene was rough. His face started to disappear, and I was like...
Fortunately, once we get past that, though, and we get, you know, literally once we get past that and we meet the rest of the cast and everything like that, I mean, everything is really solid there on out. It may have even been the victim of a reshoot. You know, for whatever reason, I'm not 100% sure if there were or not, but
we'll never know.
You know, no, but it doesn't affect the overall experience, because by the time the credits roll and you're left there miserably depressed, you're just like, man, that was a great movie.
Or you're like Mrs. Taco, we're like, well, time to go.
You already know where I stand on this. I mean, I'm gushing about this movie, so I'm gonna do things differently this year. It's our first movie of the year. I'm not giving a number. Numbers are stupid. I'm gonna just go 2 thumbs up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it old school. Like so Roger Ebert. We're going old school back in the day. for all you youngsters out there, Roger Ebert was one of the few movie critics that didn't sell his soul.
I don't know who it is. I don't know. I would give it 3.5 tacos out of 5. Maybe even 4. Maybe 3. I don't know. At some point, I feel like I probably zoned out because I was like, it's really not necessary.
Was that before or after you dropped your phone?
It was after I dropped my phone. Okay. I was so worried about my phone.
2 thumbs up. She'll never give any movie we see this year a 4. It's just
probably not this year.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's been a couple years since that happened, so.
It's never happened. If you guys have seen this, or, if you have plans to, I mean, you already spoiled yourself, so sorry.
You spoiled yourself.
I mean, I'd rather spoil myself than soil myself. So if you guys have intentions on seeing Death on the Nile,
go spoil yourself.
Go spoil yourself and see the movie. Exactly.
Tell us if you see it and which one you like. If you like the first one more or the second one. I think I like them both.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I can say, oh, that one was bad. I mean, they're both good. They're both different, I mean, they're very good movies. If you guys enjoyed it, though, let us know.
Yeah.
If you hope for a third one and you have ideas, or if you have an idea of which Agatha Christie novel we can move on to next, let me know down in the comments below. We can discuss that. That would actually be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
And until next time, guys, this is VHS Taco signing off. The next movie we are seeing is Uncharted. That, though, is going to be a little different for the review, because we're going to be a little late seeing that on purpose. Until next time, guys, this has been VHS Taco signing off with whatever that was. Adios.
Bye.